As former Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi giving a big boost to Gavin Newsom's potential bid for president as Pelosi serves out her last term in Congress. Axios reports that she's far from done with the campaign trail, and that includes getting Newsom into the White House. Our panel is here. Kennedy, host of Kennedy Saves the World, and Riccioli, also a podcaster. Love both of those shows. President Obama might disagree with Pelosi. And Kennedy, I know you know this topic very well, homelessness in L.A. This was his thought.
Morally, ethically speaking, it is an atrocity that in a country this wealthy we have people just on the streets. But we should also recognize that the average person, doesn't want to have to navigate around a tent city in the middle of downtown. We're not going to be able to generate support for it if we simply say, you know what, it's not their fault, and so they should be able to do whatever they want, because that's a losing political strategy.
What do you think Pelosi and Obama see differently in Newsom?
I think they both see themselves as the leader of the Democrat Party. They both want to be the puppet masters for their preferred candidates. It's very clear from this that those are subtle shots across the bow from Obama to Newsom. And, if Newsom is running on his record, it's a horrible record. If he's trying to say it's a meritocracy, the work he has done doesn't add up. And if you look at his privilege, political and financial, the Democrat Party despises privilege. So if he fails on privilege and he fails on meritocracy, I think Obama looks at that and goes, what does that leave you with? Rampant homelessness that has been vastly undercounted throughout the state.
Navigating around a tent city in the middle of downtown. Back to Nancy Pelosi quickly. Apparently to Axios, she said, one of the Pelosi aides said, she's a Gavin fangirl and she doesn't crush on many people. I will say this, she's hardly ever wrong when she says she sees something, it's a real thing. Rich, to you?
Well, Kennedy's absolutely...
Is it Coca-Cola? Is it the real thing?
Well, Kennedy's absolutely right. If it's about the record, Gavin loses, and that's the thing. I think that this Obama warning is a serious, serious problem for him. Let's remember something. The Democrat Party does not have an open primary like the Republican Party does. The super delegates control the entire process. Guys like Barack Obama. I mean, he was actually the last grassroots Democrat elected in 2008. Everybody else has been chosen by the super delegates. They realize that when it comes to a governor, you're judged on your record. A senator, you can excuse away a vote. But as governor, they're going to look at his record on the LA wildfires, homelessness, the economic devastation in California, and he will be destroyed on that stage when his record is exposed in a general election. So I think what Obama is saying is that this can't be the guy, cannot be the guy given his disastrous record.
Okay, well, we'll see how that goes. But there was another stage. It was the world stage, and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez prepared for a couple months to go to the Munich Security Conference, and this is how it went when she was asked a question about Taiwan.
Would and should the U.S. actually commit U.S. troops to defend Taiwan if China were to move?
This is, of course, a very long-standing policy of the United States. And I think what we are hoping for is that we want to make sure that we never get to that point.
We look at what happened in Venezuela, for example. He canceled elections. He was an anti-democratic leader. That doesn't mean that we can kidnap a head of state and engage in acts of war just because the nation is below the equator.
There was a lot of applause after that. We cut that out just to save time, but just so you know, everyone in that audience needs a geography lesson, I guess. AOC is not happy with the criticism of her trip. She called the New York Times and she did an interview, and she said, this reporter came up to me and was like, is Munich the new New Hampshire? And I cannot say enough how out of touch and missing the point genuinely that is. Global democracies are on fire the world over, and established parties are falling to right-wing populist movements.
She's sounding a lot like Kamala Harris. She is stumbling, she is failing because of her missteps, and then she's mad that people aren't applauding her for her policy positions that were projected onto her by a bunch of tutors. So she couldn't internalize the information that they gave her externally, and on the world stage, she fell flat. If she had done really well at this conference and laid out a global vision for the progressive Democrats, you would be hearing a completely different narrative. But she whiffed it, and she sort of ate it and did a major face plant.
Instead, she elected to call the New York Times from Berlin to try and clear this up. I mean, it tells you a little something about the reception. Everybody's saying this is conservative media that's playing these clips. I'm on X all day
Those
long.
conservatives on CNN really.
Yeah.
The clip is everywhere, Rich.
This was an unmitigated disaster for AOC for a number of reasons. Not only did she blow it on the geography, I mean, we'd all love to be south of the equator right now, obviously, but this answer on Taiwan, that stumble out of the gate, that 20-second, 30-second delay, that is going to be replayed over and over and over again. She's a celebrity. The party spirit is with AOC, no question about it. Yeah. The party thought process would be Gavin Newsom would be a better choice, except for his horrible record. But what AOC did on the world stage showed everybody she is not ready for prime time. And again, going back to what I said earlier about the superdelegates, they control the process. The grassroots would love an AOC, much like they would have loved a Bernie Sanders. But the superdelegates know she will go down in flames in a general election when she has to debate foreign policy. This will haunt her. It's like Michael Dukakis in a tank. This is never going away for her. That's going to be replayed over and over and over again.
I think when that reporter asked her if it's the new New Hampshire, I would have said, if I were her, I would have said, oh, even I know that New Hampshire is not south of the equator, right? Just like make a joke, let it go, and move on. But she didn't. Yeah. All right, thank you both. Have a great day.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.